Hey Virgo, happy birthday. I'm doing you guys first because it's your birthday. I hope you guys are doing something really fun. So the way this reading is going to go is it's going to be kind of layered. I'm not going to be time stamping, guys. I'm very sorry. If any of you guys out there would be so kind as to timestamp, that would be fabulous. It really does take me a lot of extra time, and I'm a little short on time this week because I am teaching again, guys. You know, I'm back at my university full blown. Online, but full blown, and it's a very busy time for me. And my schedule for my private readings, by the way, is pretty booked right now. I did cut back on the astrology readings that I'm offering currently, only because of the time requirement that you know, in order for me to do it the way I like to do it, it really does take me a lot of time. So I'm going to reopen a larger offering of those. I'm sure probably, you know, in like 6-8 weeks, let me get my bearings. And I'm probably going to be doing it in the version. I'm going to at least be offering versions in the format of a Zoom kind of meeting, because I do know a lot of you would you know, like to have your session face to face. Some of you, you know, I mean, I live in New York, right? So it doesn't make sense because a lot of viewers in Australia, so that would be kind of silly, right? We're on the opposite ends of everything. But anyway, I will open that up to those of you who care about that. So yeah, going to be doing a yes/no spread. We're going to be sweeping that, doing a Lenormand, and then we're going to be doing a double layer Celtic cross spread. So I'm going to be doing one, and then we're going to layer for qualifiers, sweep that, and then do a love only at the end. So as far as the astrology goes this week, guys, just two big things I want to talk about, right? I mean, we're kind of in the middle of September, so I'm saying this is kind of like 16th to the 22nd. On the 17th, we have the new moon in Virgo, and it's going to be trining Saturn. So it's like practical Virgo with slow and steady Saturn are going to be in tension with this Mars retrograde that we had on the 9th. So I'm going to tell you what it's going to feel like. It's going to feel like all your pieces are on the table. All your cards are out. All your cards are laid out in front of you, right? Options, desires, feeling closer, and really being honest about what it is that you really, really want. Because this is the thing with Mercury retrograde. Mercury, remember, in tarot is the tower. So it's all about bringing you to where you're meant to be. That's all Mars cares about. So when it goes retrograde, it's really calling for us to go inside and say, you know what it is that you really want. What do you really want? Base it in reality, not in fantasy, not in what you would like, but what makes sense, and make sure that it's good for you, because if it's not good for you, it's not going to be taken forward on your journey with you. So if that relationship is really not good for you, if that job is really not good, if that family connection is really toxic, whatever it is, it's time for you to get in touch with it, and you're going to be able to get in touch with it. Everything's going to be laid out, right? Now, the thing is here, while we have this laid out, we have Mars retrograde, which is creating this tension where we're not able to really put into play. But at the same time, lightening this energy up, we have optimistic Jupiter is going to be in harmony with Neptune, making us feel very idealistic and dreamy. But Jupiter is going to be in tension with Mercury and Libra, and that's going to create a little frustration in communication or figuring out what it is that you need to do or know exactly to make a situation work, right? I mean, that's so it's this, on the one hand, the blinders are going to be lifting off the eyes. Things are going to be becoming a lot more clear, right? Because these big retrogrades, right? This whole summer, it's been like, what the hell is going on? I don't know what I feel. I feel this on Monday, and I feel this by Tuesday morning. And, you know, it's just a lot of frustration too. That's going to start to sort of shift, okay? It's going to shift. But the tension is still going to be there. But overall, I have to say, out of the 4 weeks of September, I think I like this week the most, because even though it's going to be frustrating, the end of September, where we have, you know, Scorpio is going to be kicking into action, there's going to be some other stuff that we're going to have to be dealing with, right? So I just feel like this is generally pretty good. And then on the 22nd, we have the sun entering beautiful, equal, balanced Virgo, Libra rather, not Virgo, Libra. And it's going to be joining Mercury in there. So I like that. I mean, that is a really good sort of space to have the sun shining, you know? So I like that for communication, because you're at least going to be able to communicate more effectively, than you've been. All right, so let's get started on this yes, no question. Those of you who are new to my channel, hi, my name is Jackie. Welcome, welcome. If we do one question, you ask it in a full sentence format the same way 3 times. One question, the same way, full sentence format 3 times. Focus on the cards when you ask your question. Yes, no question for our Virgo birthday babies. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. I do not read these in reversals. I do read reversals. Somebody had asked me that question. Most of you watching me know that I do. So I am going to be asking 3. We're going to be addressing each of those 3 questions to come up with one solid answer. So we're going to pull 3 different cards. The first card is the 9 of Coins. That's a yes card. Second card is the Tower. That would be a no card. Third card is the Death card. That would be a second no card. So we have 2 no's and a yes. So Virgo, the answer is no. Okay, when we get 2 no's, especially the Death and the Tower with a 9 of Coins, that the answer to your question is no. So let's pull a couple of qualifiers and see what's going on here. Okay, so he has this 9 of Coins energy, and the 9 of Coins is about it's about luxury and being very self-sufficient, financial gain, solo pleasures, things that you like to really do and enjoy alone. It's maybe having a little bit of money to do that, not having all the money you want, but finally like being able to breathe, sort of thing. If it has to do with money, it could be you feeling very much that you're in a space of just kind of going it alone with relationship, because remember, coins, pentacles can always be mental, physical, and emotional connection as well. And there's really this very much like solo element about the 9 of Coins. So let's see what else we have that we could talk about here. Yeah, because when we have more Pentacle energy, we have the King of Pentacles here, and the King of Pentacles, this is like a solid practical leader, wise, sort of like the inventor, really being in touch with what's necessary for a relationship, really being in touch with what's required in every element as far as communication, intimacy, whatever it is. If this has to do with a career, understanding what work needs to be put in for it to make this career fruitful for you to really be happy. But I feel like in the 9 of Coins space, you're very sort of in this, you're almost in almost like, I want to say like an entrepreneurial vibe, Virgo, where it's like, even if you're working for a large company, it kind of doesn't matter. It's like you're sort of in your own space. If you're resonating with this having to do with career, where you're just very focused on making money and sort of doing things your own unique way within whatever role that it is that you're doing. You're very focused on that. But then we have the 5 of Cups energy, which really is a card of disappointment. The 5 of Cups is this loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned or unloved. If it has to do with relationship, it's recognizing the 3 cups that are down and not the 2 that are still standing. So this is a tough energy, particularly for relationship, but this could also be applied to career as well, or money, where it's like you're very focused on a negative aspect that happened to within the realm of finances, and at something within the sector of money for you, right? And the thing is here, it's Mars and Scorpio, right? So Mars is that warrior planet, and Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. It has to do with that change, right? Change. And it's struggling through that change. So while you know what you want, need, and desire, having to do with that relationship, that job, whatever it is, you're feeling like you can't really attain it right now with the situation that you're in, whether it's that person, that friendship, that job, partnership, whatever it is. Okay, that's what I see happening here. Now we have the Tower energy, right? And I did mention a little while ago that the Tower is a Mars energy. Mars is connected to the Chariot, which is also connected to Cancer, which is the 4th house. And what does that mean? Mars takes us off of paths and situations, out of situations that really are not ultimately meant for us, even though it's painful, even though the red flags might have been popping left, right, and center the entire time. You didn't want to see it, all right, for whatever reason, you weren't able to see it. And, don't beat yourself up, because a lot of times when we have heavy retrograde energies like we've had for months now, things are just not really that clear. You're going to be seeing things more clearly now. But the thing here is that there's time in this. So this is nothing new. So this could be losing a job, quitting, a relationship ending, a friendship ending. But it could also mean, like that, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Virgo, your mind changes. It's like the shades flip up off your eyes. The light goes shining down on all your stuff. And you're like, wow, what have I been doing? That's going to resonate with some of you, because that is the Tower. The Tower can be internal, where you're recognizing that you've been allowing either yourself or people to engage in either activities, or maybe you've been allowing people to treat you a certain way. Maybe you've been treating somebody a certain way. It could roll out a bunch of ways, because this is a general reading. But it's like, wow, absolutely, like, a lot of you are going to be recognizing that, I can't believe I let that person get away with that for so long. Or maybe I can't believe I've been seeing things in this light. I really need to, really figure this out. Now, we have the Five of Swords. Five is conflict. Swords is, it's communication. It's also mental. It's thought. But the Five of Swords energy is Venus and Aquarius, right? So Venus is things that we value, whether it be love, whether it be money, whatever it is. And Aquarius, being ruled by Neptune, is all about the future. So it's this reality, and it's this conversation that's going on about the future. Is it really going to be that different from what it's been right now, Virgo? Like, that's the big question of the day. Is what you're basing moving into your future, is it based in desire? Is it based in fear? Is it based in a little bit of both? Is it what exactly is it based in? Now, the Seven of Cups has a lot to do with having a lot of choices, right? I mean, there's choices here, too many choices. This could also be one of you, both of you, relationship, somebody has a commitment issue. This could also indicate you having a commitment issue having to do with a particular job, or a commitment issue. Again, it could be a commitment issue that you have or that somebody else has, okay? It's like within your field of energy. But the thing is with the Seven of Cups, it's like, it's in Five of the Cups. You don't know what's in Two. You feel the change. It's undeniable because it's Venus and Scorpio. So wherever there's Scorpio, there's change. There's transformation going on. And you know that. And you know that there are a lot of choices, and there's too many choices. But the thing is, in this energy, a lot of times, a lot of the choices are actually not even so great. But what I'm seeing here is that there's recognition that things are not going to be any different than they've been moving forward. And that's why that Tower needs to happen. However this situation has been playing out up to this point, that job, that relationship, that friend connection, that family connection, whatever it is, can't continue. Can't continue. Because there's transformation going on here. But whatever it is, nope. And look, who's fallen out of the Tower in this deck? This is the Chakra Tower, by the way. Who's fallen out? The Devil. The Devil is all about imbalance. So the imbalance is falling out. It has no place in your life right now. Then we have the Death cards, more Scorpio energy. So this is about endings and beginnings, simultaneous, right? So you're feeling this, Virgo. You're feeling there's an ending of something. It's like, yes, you're sort of like, how did I put it? Because I'm getting the same feeling as I did last week about it's almost like you're entering this new doorway, through this doorway to this new hallway in your life, but you're not quite there yet, right? Because you have the Hangwoman energy, which is Neptune, and Neptune's like, what? Trying to look at reality through a dirty window. It's like, I'm so confused, so let me not do anything for a minute. It's like a little hot minute. Let me just press pause and just think about how really what you need is a little moon in Taurus. You need a little like, I got your back, you've got mine, right? It really is tapping into this energy here, giving and receiving, help, generosity. Are you getting that in this relationship? Are you getting that in your job? Is there reciprocity? And you're very confused about this because something's ending and something else is beginning, but you're not really quite sure what it all means. But what I am getting is whatever your answer is no. So if it was, am I going to, stay in that job? Is things going to stay the way they are, or at least work through what they have been? The answer would be no. And I'm sorry if you wanted a yes. But you know, it's the way it's going now, right? Life is just for all of us. I'm right there with you. Okay, let's pull some Lenormand. We're starting with the well. So something has to be looked at really, really deeply, Virgo, like you think. And you know what? Wow, what a good week this is for you to do. Yes, yes, with the new moon in you, trining Saturn. We like these energies together. This is good. This is like practical meets slow and steady, and we like this. And Mars is like, look at what is on the table, Virgo. Don't look away because it might be a little painful. Make yourself look at it. Oh my gosh, look at that. The magnifying glass. No, you got to really look at it. We're going to come back to that. Beautiful. We have the sun. Fabulous. So it's all about Virgo. Whatever you're realizing is the absolute truth of a situation, Virgo. It's not in your mind. Trust your intuition. It's not going to be easy. Remember, the Lenormand is different than tarot, but you are entering a new cycle in your life. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so we love the well because the well is ultimately positive, even though you have to look at something more deeply, more closely, particularly with the magnifying glass. But what this energy means is you have reached pretty close to the rock bottom of a situation. You really have. And now it's about pulling yourself back up on that rope and know that if you are honest with yourself and about a situation and you put that work in, and sometimes it's just the work is absolutely just sort of being honest about a person or a situation and trying to pivot your energies and focus on healthy things for you to allow these things to unravel and sort of be washed off of our soul, right? The energy that maybe is not working for us. But this is not going to come easy to you, even though you guys are the hermit, for goodness sake, right? You guys are really good. You are the most critical sign, meaning you have the best critical eye, the best critical perspective. You guys are the problem solvers of the zodiac. You're pragmatic. You get to the heart of the matter. So you need to really, so you're going to be fine figuring it out. But only because we still have a number of these retrograde energies that are going to be still active and hanging out. But, you know, Jupiter came out of retrograde on the 12th. It's unknotting itself, right? Coming out of shadow, but it's still out of retrograde at least. So I see this being really beautiful for you. Because when we have the sun, whatever you're going to be realizing is going to be illuminated. The sun is going to be shining on it. You're not going to be able to ignore it. It is going to be your truth. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It's going to be difficult for you to process. But what we have here is the sun going into the stork energy, which is all about a brand new cycle. So I see you getting really to the core of something, Virgo, being super honest with yourself about that relationship that's been going around and around and around, or that friendship, what you're feeling very intuitively, they don't have your back, or that family connection where you're just like, I know that this is just not good for me. You know, this is really not good for me kind of thing. But that's where you're going to be at, is realizing these things and understanding that and calling it out, maybe even write it down. Very helpful. This is a really good energy to do that, by the way. You know, talk to yourself if you're so inclined. You could even make like a video or write something down. I know that sounds really kind of cheesy, but keeping it real, there's something very cathartic about saying something out loud into the air, right? For us to be like, wow, okay, I don't know if I like how that sounds, that what I've been doing, right? All right, so let's get right into this. We're going to be pulling a Celtic cross spread. Okay, guys, as I always say, if reversals come out, please don't just click off. You can't run away from reversals, because honestly, some reversals are better than upright. They just are. Devil reverse is way better than the upright. Three swords is better than in the upright. Nine of swords is better. So it's not so doomy and gloomy. It's just a different kind of message, okay? Okay. Oh, here we go. All righty. So here we have two pentacles in the upright. Oh. Pulling Don't worry, we're going to put qualifiers because this is crazy. Because I, all right, one upright. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. First of all, the unknown card, right? Coming into this energy, the unknown. So this tells me you've been really confused about something. Either that job, that relationship, whatever it is. You've just been like, all right, let me give myself another couple of days. Let me give myself a week. Let me give myself a bath. Let me give myself a something, and then I'm going to figure it out. Or maybe it'll make sense on the other side of something, right? That really is the unknown card. But what's cool about the unknown card is it was very destiny driven. Your confusion was very destiny driven. Like there was a reason that you needed to sort of swim in this level of confusion, which a lot of people are, right? I mean, we have Chiron's going to be retrograde, the wounded healer, until the middle of December for us. So we're really being made to look in a rearview mirror at things right now. We have the Hierophant reverse, and we have the Two of Wands in reverse crossing. So the Hierophant reverse can mean a number of things. Excuse me. This could mean not honoring the sacred in your relationship, not honoring a tradition, not honoring some sort of convention, some sort of expectation, some sort of conformity, not wanting to conform to something, wanting to do something different. So for some of you in relationship, it could just be really wanting something different in relationship that you know you're not getting right now. For others of you, you might be coming to terms with the fact that you might be wanting to separate from your partner. Others of you may be in a space where you're coming to terms with the fact that you want to leave your job and you want to take a different approach to how you make your money, even though you're not 100% really able to figure out exactly what all of that means. And then we have it crossed by the Two of Wands energy. And the Two of Wands is, really in the reverse here. It's waiting for results, right? It's the need to make a choice. Because the wands in the upright, it's about motivation and passion and moving forward. So here in the reverse, it's waiting, right? It's needing to make a choice, but it's waiting. You're waiting on something. Okay, and then we have the crowning energy. The best outcome to be expected from this situation. We have the Eight of Cups, and this is one of those cards that's actually more positive in the reverse, because the Eight of Cups here, it's you're withdrawing, you're retreating, you're moving on, you're feeling abandoned. Yes, you are. In the upright, it's like, okay, I feel sad about this, but I don't feel any regret. But there's still like this very definitive, still energetic tie, I always think, with this energy. In the reverse, it's saying, okay, you know what? Once and for all, I have to cut the cord. It's like getting pushed to that point of pain, of disappointment, of wanting something better, wanting something more, where you're actually motivated to clean off your soul from that energy. And that, I think, is ultimately really good, because you can't have something work out with somebody else in a new situation if you still have this thick cord. And the thing is, with the Eight of Cups upright, yeah, you might be leaving a situation with a lot more ease, but a lot of times it's the kind of situation where you feel like there's sort of a door back into that situation if you want it. Here in the Eight of Cups reverse, it's like, no, you know what? Enough. And I think there's something really, really healthy about that. Now, the foundation here, we have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is about needing to make a decision, right? It's Jupiter and Capricorn. What do you want to put your work into? So it's feeling conflicted between two paths. This could be between two people. This could be between two jobs. This could be between being single or being in a relationship. Being, working for a corporation or a business, or becoming an entrepreneur. Could be anything like that, but you feeling like, all right, what do I really want to put my work into that's going to help expand me, right? Jupiter expands whatever it's in. So this is a Jupiter and Capricorn energy, and Capricorn is the landlord of the 10th house of career. So those of you resonating with it as career, but in the same way, it can be mental, emotional, and physical connection. What do you want to put your energy into? Now, you and only you right now, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So when we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, we're talking about you might be dealing with a very fast-talking person. This could indicate a lifestyle change. This could indicate you dealing with someone being manipulative of you, or you might be trying to manipulate a situation. Now, that doesn't have to be malicious, understand? Like, you might be trying to, while you're trying to figure things out, you might be trying different approaches. You might be having to do with that job, having to do with that relationship, right? Where you might not be 100% forthcoming. There could be some lying through omission here, or this could be an energy that you're experiencing as well with the Knight of Swords in reverse, right? Because swords are truth and it's communication, and knights are like da-da-da, they come in and they, the knight energy is it's a very driven energy, always. It's just always like that, right? But here, this is like it's a Taurus and Gemini energy. So there's a lot of practical communication going on here, but they can often be this lying through omission. You might be dealing with somebody like that. Now we have the King of Swords in reverse as your environment. So to me, this could indicate not being able to stay fully in your mind, the way the King of Swords energy really wants you to stay. Okay, I mean, that's kind of like, because it's like there's a lot of strategic thought going on here. There's a lot of that going on. In the upright, it says, Virgo, focus on your mindset. Don't allow your emotions to wash over you, do all of that. But here, in the reverse, it's like there's this intention and this strategy that is surrounding you. This is your environment. So it's almost like, I feel like somebody is, I don't want to say this. If you're dealing with somebody in a relationship, they might be handling the situation, trying to strategize to suit their best purposes. And you're vibing it, but you're really not even sure what to do about it. And I don't feel like that element is you, because that's your ex. This is the energy that's surrounding you. That could also be a business partner. That could be a family member. This could be somebody in work where they're trying to, with intention and strategy, manipulate a situation to bring them to an outcome that best serves them. And I'm not even saying it has to be terribly malicious, but I do see manipulation going on here. But I actually see you recognizing it and seeing right through it and just really like not having it, which I kind of like. Now, your fear is the Sun reverse. Okay, I mean, this is always our fear, right? I mean, the Sun reverse, who wants the Sun reverse? No one, right? So this is, in the reverse, this is really indicating like, a delay in gratification, temporary depression for some of you, this feeling of like waiting, something like that. But I do want to say too, though, like, what I want to say, I mean, I just feel like you are dealing with a lot of manipulation here. So, but I also sense this real strong desire to avoid depression, anxiety, maybe because you feel like, oh my God, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this in my life. Like, I don't have time to deal with the depression and the anxiety and this situation not working out. Some of you may be experiencing like that. Then we have the Temperance, right? So the Temperance reverse is disruptive energy. This is chaos. This is excess, kind of feeling like out of control, right? Just kind of feeling out of control right now of a situation. So feeling out of control of that person, that relationship, that situation, whatever it is. Not that we could ever like honestly be in control, but the thing is, Temperance in the upright is all about compromise, right? And it's like, what do you need? What do they need, right? It's a Sagittarius energy. What does the situation need? And that not happening. Because of that, there ends up being like just kind of like a lot of chaos here, right? That's just kind of what I'm feeling here. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles as the ultimate outcome here. So we have a little like workaholic nonsense going on here. For some of you, there could be a lot of jealousy that ensues here, envy. For others of you, having to do with money, this can indicate a temporary financial setback. It can be in the near future. So, however you're resonating with it. So obviously, if you're changing jobs, that could be indicative of maybe you having a temporary financial setback. It's, it's the 9. It's still a minor arcana, It's not, it's not the end of the world, but it still is uncomfortable. But a lot of you guys, I feel like you might be throwing yourself big time into work. Big time into work. So let's see. Let me pull the Light Seer Tarot for qualifiers. So I'm going to pull another spread and let's see what we get. Okay, let's start with the Hierophant reverse. We have the Four of Swords reverse. Okay. Put these up here. Okay, they don't want to stay right now. Okay. Okay, we have the Hierophant and the upright crossing here, which is good. Nine of Wands, Hangman, Magician, the upright, King of Wands. Okay, got the Wheel, upright, Two of Pentacles. Okay. So we have clarifying the Hierophant, we have the Four of Swords reverse. So look, I mean, the Four of Swords reverse is like restlessness, this anxiety. There's burnout, but yet you feel like ready to act on something. So it's like, you have the two of these together. You have the Hierophant reverse, and right there, I mean, that's just like, some of you may be experiencing problems with authority, problems with the connection. So, obviously if it has to do with work, right, it would be that. But you could even be having problem with authority like within the relationship, if you're in relationship. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of restlessness that's going on here. And now clarifying the Two of Wands in reverse, we have the Hierophant. So again, it's more Hierophant energy, more Hierophant reverse energy, guys. So again, there is this, like, what's expected of you in this relationship is not jiving with you at all. Then to clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So the Knight of Wands in reverse, remember, when we have Wands in the upright, it's all about motivation, right? Moving forward. So obviously this would indicate delay, right? Some delay. But this is kind of like a chaotic energy here. It's like chaotic energy in the workplace, a chaotic energy within the relationship. There could be some I don't want to say this, like sexual excess here, like maybe somebody cheating on somebody, or at least alluding to that, or being suspicious of that. This could also be somebody being very aggressive at work, anything like that. But there's like this level of impulsivity here. So when we have the Eight of Cups rather, and we have that, listen, I mean, that could just be why you're sad, but you have to end it, because whatever they did, it's like deal breaker energy at that job, deal breaker energy within that relationship. You're just not having it anymore. And then we have, as the Two of Pentacles, you're needing to make a decision between these two choices. We have the Hangman reverse. So the Hangman reverse, it's still a Neptune energy. There's still this lack of clarity, right? You're just not sure, but there's selfishness here, feeling like a victim. So you could experience somebody else as being selfish where you feel like the victim, or it could be vice versa. You understand? But it's like you're in this space where it's like, they treated me all wrong at that job. This is just so messed up in this relationship, whatever kind of connection it is. Absolutely. And not knowing, right? So coming into this energy, we have qualifying the unknown. We have the Magician. And this is pretty powerful to me, because the Magician is a Mercury energy, and Mercury rules the 3rd and the 6th house. So Mercury rules Gemini, 3rd house communication, having to do with siblings, extended family, things that you need to learn, right? And again, all kinds of communication. Also, it has to do with contracts, signing on the bottom line to something. The 6th house has to do with your day-to-day in general, especially day-to-day work environment and people who you work with. It also has to do with your health. So to me, it's like this unknown. Basically, Virgo, what this tells me is in your everyday, you've just been like, I am not sure what the hell is going on, right? I mean, and this is your ruler, right? Mercury is your ruler. So you're just like, I have not really been sure on a day-to-day basis what my next day is going to be like. Just really sort of feeling in this odd fog. right? Now, clarifying the Knight of Swords that we mentioned before, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So whenever we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, there's this feeling of being let down, right? Feeling depressed, feeling very disappointed. And clarifying the wheel clarifying the King of Swords rather in reverse. And the wheel is it is a positive energy because it's very destiny driven. Right? It really is. And it's ruled by Jupiter. So this is about good fortune, but there's a turning point here. Very important is to understand that the energy external to you is that of a turning point. I mean, there's no question. You're like on the precipice of leaving that room, entering a new hallway. How many metaphors can we give, right? It is just turning that page in your book. It is. I mean, and this is the energy that's very much surrounding you. Very much surrounding you. So we have the Two of Pentacles, an inability to commit, struggling, overwhelmed. This is hanging out in your fear position, right, with the Sun in reverse. So you're fearing somebody is just never going to be able to commit. You're struggling. You're feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you're feeling that even about yourself. You know, where you're just like, oh, you know, why can't I decide on anything here? But check it out. Look at the outcome. Two of Cups. Two of Cups in the upright. I mean, this is about romantic love, partnership, proposal, marriage. This is a Venus and Cancer energy. There's a lot of communication going on here. So on the one hand, while we have Temperance reverse, which is all about like not having, what do I need? What do they need? You know, this is like a very disruptive energy, chaos, excess, feeling out of control. But then some conversation is going to be happening. But now we have to understand that even though we have that conversation, we do have this Knight of Wands in King of Wands, I'm sorry, in reverse. That is clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the King of Wands reverse. Again, Wands are about will. Wands are about motivation, right? So here we have somebody who's being a bully. Somebody first of all can be having, if this has to do with a relationship, somebody might be having some sexual problems. And that could come in all different forms. I do want to just say that. But this could just be like also feeling weak about a situation, just not ready to re-engage in that partnership. So what I'm seeing here is if you guys had some sort of unhealthy circumstance go on in your relationship and you guys have that conversation that you really want to work it out, the Venus and Cancer energy, somebody just not feeling totally strong enough. There might be some sort of sexual issues going on having to do with this connection that need addressing. That might, you know, and that's always uncomfortable, you know, let's be honest. If it has to do with that. For others of you, this could have to do with work and just feeling this bully at work and just feeling this inability to just move forward, feeling this delay, feeling like you have cement shoes on. It's very frustrating. It's a very, very frustrating energy. For others of you, somebody might have done something to you and they apologize and they want you to come back and have everything be okay, but you're just like, no. I just can't. Okay, so let's sweep those. And let's do love. Okay. Pull a few different ones for love. I know I lack balance, but it's not so easy to look at. I need more time to figure things out, but I don't want to lose you. Yeah, I mean, we kind of got that feeling from the King of Swords. Reverse. I don't know if I can ever be exactly who you expect me to be. Okay. Not easy. Not easy. Let's pull some Island Time Wellness. Photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. So this could be you thinking about somebody, Virgo, or them thinking about you. The Golden Mirror, self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. Okay. Pull a couple of love oracles. Children, your love is being affected by children. So this could be your children, their children, the idea of having children, something about a child that one of you has. Now, with children, though, also, I also liken this to anything that you guys create together, like that fifth house energy. If you guys created a business together or you made any kind of investment together, anything like that. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay. Let's pull 2 more of these. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay, so if you're in that space saying, oh, I don't know, seem like they are the right ones. And then we have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Okay. Not always easy when you're in a space of pain, right? It's not. So the astro dice, see what energies you need to focus on as far as the stars go. Fifth house, that's exactly what I was talking about. Fifth house of fun. So the fifth house has to do with things that you, when I say fun, that sounds very cheesy and childish, but it literally does have to do with children, for those of you in that space. Any hobbies that you like to do, but it's romance, guys. It's romance. It has to do with sex, the act of sex, not that energetic connection. That's more 8th house energy, but the act of sex, romance, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of connection. Gender not specific, but you know what I'm saying, like not married kind of thing. Also, how you guys connect on a Monday through Sunday kind of thing. That's the 5th house energy. So these are things that you need to really look at and understand that there's a transformation going on because we have Pluto. So there's a big transformation in this romance sector right now. And then we have Virgo. Virgo rules sex. It rules endings and beginnings at the same time. So there's no question to me that you guys are definitely in a very transitory station right now within this relationship. There's a lot that needs addressing, but I see that there's a lot of emotion here. Opposition and balance, yeah. Relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, discipline, right? Calling somebody out, that's opposition when we have an opposition in astrology. So there's a calling somebody out. Let's just pull 2 more oracles. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be like calling each other out, shining the light, saying, look, this is what's up. I can't be in this if this keeps going on, right? Consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. Yeah. I mean, do you really want it at the end of the day? At the end of the day, are you ready, Virgo, to put in what's necessary to make it work? Taking everybody into account. Spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. There we go. There we go. So to me, it looks like a lot of work is going to be done. There's going to be a lot of work that's going to be happening here. There's no question. People are going to, you're going to be calling each other. I feel like you're going to be calling each other out. You're going to be thinking about your foundation, understanding that, you know what, this is such a spiritual connection. It has to be, you almost owe it to yourself, to each other, to actually see where it can go. 3rd house messages. You guys have to communicate. It's all about Gemini. Gemini, Mercury. Gemini, Mercury. And it is a good time to try to have the conversation, but just understand that Mercury is going to be in a weird space with Jupiter. That's all. So you might not get all the answers that you want right now, but I feel like as we kind of go towards October, things are going to start unraveling a little bit in that particular little pocket, in that area. Just because Mercury likes being in Virgo, and then we're going to have the new sun entering Libra. The sun likes being in Libra, and Mercury likes being in Libra as well. So we have a lot of like fair energy, I guess we could say, to communicate. So guys, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Again, have a fantastic birthday if you are still celebrating. Enjoy the new moon. And thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.